Okay, you have me today. I'm really excited that we're going to spend an hour plus, or maybe just an hour together. Who knows? Who knows what the spirit will move us? I'm excited that I am get to introduce you to a little bit about what's happening to me. So fasten your seatbelts because we're going to learn and grow together. And of course, since we're pre-recording this, there's no music, but I hope that you're dancing in your head. Oh yeah, that's how we do it. Hello, my listening friend. It's so nice we can meet each other on the air on this beautiful, best day ever. And for those of you who have been tuning into the show either for the last 7 years or just tuned in this morning or yesterday for the first time, then I am grateful. Thank you for coming back. But if this is your first time that you stumbled upon the show, then just know I've been waiting for you, so that you know this is a safe place where you can come to when you need a friend. It is my commitment to provide alternative ways to heal, and it is my mission to make awareness, responsibility, and truth a part of our everyday life. And I hope you, my listening, as well as my viewing friends, will feel empowered to embrace a new truth and live the life of your dreams. So today, the topic is something that's kind of been brewing in my life for just, I don't know, for the last 3 months. I've been going back and forth with a decision I've had to make, and I was able to make it, but I went through some steps before I had to, before everything fell into place. Let me just put it this way. So I wanted to ask you, and I wanted to challenge you to think beyond what you're used to of what's going on in your life, or maybe this is going to be perfect for your life today and where it is. But there are times in our life that we use words like you must, it must be hard, or we must fight or battle this, or we must, words that are struggle or a battle, or, there are words that we're using that we don't even know we're using. We might be planning something, we have a goal or a vision, but we're using these words to describe them. But are these words like struggle, battle, fight, and all those different words, are they supporting us, or are they actually causing more stress in our bodies? When there is a health crisis, which, as you guys know, I experienced a little bit of a scare that I'm so grateful that it was a part of my life. I got to so many gifts and lessons to come from that it caused me to think, what is it that we're doing? How is it that we are hurting our bodies, even when we have a vision or a mission, and we use words like, oh, this is hard, it's impossible, we won't be able to do this. Although you think you're being a realist, are you really? Does realism only mean that you go down the lane that is what could go wrong? There are times we get to look at what could go right. But here's the thing. I want us to kind of reevaluate the words that we're using to depict what we're trying to create. But instead of using fighting or fighting everything that's happening to you, perhaps maybe it's time to embrace and figure out maybe a different way that we can achieve the kind of the same result, or maybe even a better result. Sometimes when we step back and we look at, why is this so hard? Why is this causing my hair to fall out? Why is this? You fill in the blank. You fill in the blank today. You get to decide, what are you being salmon-like? I don't know if you get that analogy of salmon swims against the current. So today we're going to talk about how to go with the flow, how to take whatever is happening in your life today and say, what is the universe? What is nature? What is life trying to share with you. And since it is my sole purpose in life to give and receive love and knowledge, I am grateful that I will be able to do that today. And so I want us to kind of like work with one another, work with yourself, work with your friends, people that you trust that will give you feedback that sometimes might hurt a little, but will help you in the long run. I have a friend that every time he calls me, he complains and complains and complains about the same thing over and over and over again. Do you find yourself complaining about your current situation? Do you find yourself anytime anything goes like what you perceive as wrong? Do you complain and fuss and pour all your energy on what you don't want? Or can we shift today? Can I challenge you to shift today and see how can whatever my situation is right now that I have been resisting, how can I embrace it so that it works with my flow, so that I don't have to fight or use words that are hurting my body, but today we get to be creative and think outside the box. And we're going to continue our conversation when we return worldwide at whenyounneedafriend.com. We're talking about how to embrace what is and fester and create what you want. And we'll be right here waiting for you worldwide at whenyounneedafriend.com. Okay, I barely made it through that one. Got a little tongue-tied right there. But isn't that true? Isn't that true that in so many times in our life, we have this perception of what is going to happen in our life, but something might go wrong, and that's all we focus on. And we lose sight of our vision and our focus because we are focused on this right here. We're focused on this right here. But there's a whole lot of this happening around us that might be a new version of this, a new division of this, a new creation of this. Could there be something in your life right now that you are smacking your head against, that everything seems hard, that everything feels like, you know, maybe I should just walk away. Maybe I should give in. Well, perhaps there's another way. And so as we explore and dive into this topic, I want you to think and do a reflection of your life, of the many times that you have wasted so much energy complaining. Hey, listen, I've done it too. So they say that the best students or the best teachers are the best students. Been there, done that. But it doesn't support me anymore. I am done. Although I'm sure there'll be more opportunities for me to fight against the current. But for now, today, I am done. I am giving up, and I wrote this article called I Am Water, and I am just floating on water. I'm going to allow for whatever is going to happen without a battle, without using words like that. Okay, so I see that we're about to get started, and once I get that cue, I'll get started. Yep, okay, here we go. Welcome back to the Lillian McDermott radio show, where we always learn and grow together. Today, you got me, babe. Babe, you got me, babe. Yes, today we're going to be talking about embracing what is and what we want. Because if we are upset about what is not, then we're missing out on what is. So maybe we're scheduled to learn a new way of doing something. Maybe there's just don't like the person you work with. Or maybe you thought you were going to get that promotion and it just turned out to be somebody else's job that got promoted. Maybe you're trying to create a foundation or start a new career. Maybe you're trying to start a new business, not just a new career, but a new business. What is it that you are trying to create in your life, but you are not happy with what is. And I would like to say, trust the process. Trust the process. Because once you have that goal in mind, there's going to be a lot of distractions that come your way. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to keep you away from your goal. They might even make you question whether or not you really want this goal. Because we use words like, it's hard. Yes, it might be hard. But what about if we use a different word like it's different or new? And we just feel a little uncomfortable. What is it about this new stage or new phase in your life that you could learn about instead of fighting it, using words that will drain your body? We use words like battles, like, fight. We got to fight this person. We've got to, Mother Teresa says, don't ask me to march against anything, but ask me to walk towards something or walk with something. But don't ask me to march against it. She had something there. She knew what she was talking about. Anytime we are against will, anytime we will get some stuff around our neck. That's just the way. You know what? I should pull out that little picture that I got from Dr. Mona Lisa Scholz. The different phases in our life, the different areas in our body that we hold our anger, that we hold our disappointments, our traumas. They're in line with our chakras. And so I'm wondering, is your body telling you that it's time to listen? If you are acting against timing and will, then you might have some issues with thyroid, neck, jaw, mouth, and maybe some even dental disorders, according to this chart that I learned with Dr. Mona Lisa. That is the center where our will, our timing, that we're just fighting what's going on, that's where it is stored. So with that in mind, let's focus on, okay, what is the goal? What are the goals that we're looking at? And do your actions match your goals? That is so important. That, there's a lot of people that say, oh yeah, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, but they're not going to get out of their comfort zone. They're not going to step outside and do something that might be really uncomfortable. And again, we can use the word uncomfortable, or we can use the word different and new. Which one brings you down more? Which one builds you up more? Let's make this as easy as we possibly can. So if you think about the word out of my comfort zone, it sounds scary, doesn't it? So how can we turn that scary into something different and new? So I'm just giving you two words to use, different and new. That might just be neutral, or might even build you up. Oh, it's something different. Great, I'm going to do something different. So there's going to be obstacles in your way. There's going to be obstacles in your way. But what is keeping you from your goals? So just recently, I have been working probably 2 years towards achieving a goal. And the goal was just manifested. And I've worked really, really hard. Listen to all the words that I'm using to achieve these goals. And I was almost there, but something else would happen. Almost there. Something else would happen. Until I decided to examine what is causing this to drag on so much. So I learned different ways to create, and I learned different ways to achieve, to work with whatever is happening, as opposed to reinventing the wheel. So I did a meditation, and in the meditation, it was saying that We don't have abundance because our belief about abundance. We don't have certain things because of our belief about these things. So I took my little journal and my little chair to the beach, and I sat there and I started thinking about what is keeping me from that goal which I desire more. Is it that I need to look at it in a different way? Is it that I need to, or I get to, add to it? Do I walk away? Is it worth it? So all these things, I went not knowing what the answer would be. Now I could fight the answer and I could say, gosh darn it, I'm going to do this until I turn blue and pass out, because when I turn blue and pass out, I'm going to start breathing again and I'm going to be back to where I'm going to be at. So what is the goal in resisting what is? So while I was going through my journaling, I had some stuff that I had to deal with. I had some things, some lack of forgiveness that I needed to, even though I had forgiven that person, I needed to go, and it supported me then. I needed to go deeper because my body was giving me permission to go deeper. Was it the belief that I wasn't enough and that I didn't deserve abundance, or that I didn't deserve whatever I was getting? I really had to take a good look at it. And I want to encourage you to consider that perhaps your limiting beliefs or your beliefs from childhood or whatever is going on, that deep, deep down inside, that voice in your head that says, oh, it'll never happen. You'll never get this. Could that be the voice that is superseding every action that you're having? And the reason why you're fighting and the reason why you are out of control or maybe angry or whatever is because deep, deep, deep down inside, that is a fear that you might have, that you won't achieve it. And when I say you, I mean I as well. I'm not just pointing the finger at you. I am looking at the three pointing back at me. So with that in mind, it is so important to come clean with why it is that I am battling whatever it is at this time. So let's give it up. Let's go with the flow. I didn't say give up your dream. I didn't say that you weren't worth the action or the orientation, that the frustration or whatever. But if you find yourself frustrating with what is right now, then how can we dive deeper into finding out how we can make it our own in a new and creative way, in a different and exciting way? So I asked my body to allow me to see. I asked my intuition, every sense that I have in my body, to help me see, why does this not sit well with me? Why can't I just work with what I have? And you know what? Once I made that discovery, boom, you start making a new plan and creating a new path. And all of a sudden, this fighting words and the, like it's hard words and all the words that were bringing you down all become in alignment with what you wanted. Perhaps maybe the plan just needed to be tweaked a little bit. Perhaps maybe humbling yourself, and perhaps maybe really truly understanding your goal, your intention for your goal. Is it self-serving? Is it truly to serve those you love or the community? Once you do that, things start falling into place. You had to go through that, kind of like that birth, that difficult birth through the canal, so that you can be birthed into a new situation, a new environment, a new creation, whatever it is. You can fight it, or you can go with it. Allow that birthing to take place. Susie Toronto was on my show many years ago, and she does like greeting cards and books and wacky women type of cards and calendars and books. And she said on the show, and actually the show I think is called life is about plan B. Well, I believe that sometimes we get to plan Z. And I'm talking about Z as in zipper. It's not just B. We might think that this is the way it needs to look, but fear keeps us from our exposure that we may have been wrong about the way it was supposed to look, or that we may have been almost there, but we just needed to move it a little bit more, like Wayne Dyer says, or Max Planck, which Wayne Dyer quotes or quoted, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. What is it where we can embrace that change and say, with a new set of eyes, I can give up that fear and I can embrace love. I can give up the old way of how I thought it needed to be and embrace a new way. And so how do we do that? How do we do that? We do that by discerning if we're committed to whatever it is, or if our feelings, or if this is about feelings, I don't feel like it today. It's too hard, I'm going to walk away. Do you stay with it and create something new? Or do you walk away and say, it was too hard. I guess it wasn't meant for me. I'm not deserving enough or smart enough, whatever. I didn't have enough money. But I'm telling you right now that if you open up and look at it with a new set of eyes, it'll be amazing what you'll be able to discover. So I want to talk about these thoughts in our head, these preconceived notions of what we deserve, or what our position is, or our value is with whatever we want to create. So if you find yourself frustrated that you don't like where things are right now, congratulations, because you're being asked to look at it in a new set of eyes, in a different way, that instead of using words like frustration, it will help build your immune system, your body, and even help you create something new. And we're going to continue our conversation about embracing what is in your life and creating what we want when we return worldwide at whenyounneedafriend.com. I'll be right here waiting for you. Okay, so here we go. Is anything I'm saying resonating with you? What is it that you're trying to do? Is it to get over an addiction? Is it, what are some of the things? Reconcile with a loved one. Save your marriage. Learn a new way to parent. Learn a new lifestyle. What is it that you are trying to create? So when we come back from the break, I want to talk about how we recognize words that we're using and how to shift those words and manifesting something different. Are you up for the challenge? Can you think of something right now? Can you think of things right now that you're fearful about? Write them down. Write all the things you're afraid of what could go wrong. Write it all down. And once you're faced with your fears, shift to love. Shift to I am enough, I am worthy, I am all those things that I know I can achieve, even if those voices in your head, those thoughts in your head said, you're not enough. And that was my conversation. Not enough. Insignificant. Unlovable. That's what I used to think about me, or the voices in my head that would fuel my body. And as a result, what I was focusing on, that's what I was creating. So I am speaking to you from a place of knowing, and I hope that, and I'm not the only one that knows this stuff. You do too. You know it too. So we get to give ourselves permission, and I get to see that we're getting started here. So there we go. I knew it. Here we go. Oh, this is where I get to talk about my social media and the show. Yay! Hang on, here we go. Welcome back to the Lillian McDermott radio show, where you can hear us worldwide at whenyouneedafriend.com. Guess what? There's another way you can listen. It's called Awaken Worldwide, because that's the vision of the show. It's for all of us to awaken worldwide. You can go to awakenworldwide.com, whenyouneedafriend.com, lillianmcdermott.com. It all leads to the same path. Isn't that interesting? All these things, all the different ways that leads to the end result, which is to achieve accessing my website. Isn't that true that our life is like that today? We get focused on one way and one way only. And then we get frustrated when we don't achieve what we want. And then we complain and complain and complain that we're not getting what we want, when all our attention is focused on what we don't want. So let's focus on what we want, shall we? And I will tell you what I want. I want you to become a subscriber at whenyouneedafriend.com. Whenyouneedafriend.com, Awaken Worldwide, LillianMcDermott.com. It doesn't matter how you get there. Get there if you can. How's that song that goes like that? Like, you can meet me by airplane. You can meet me I don't care how you get there. Get there. Just get there. Because I know you can. So go to whenyouneedafriend.com, become a subscriber. Now wait for that confirmation email, because once you confirm, you will get access to my Mind, Body, Spirit, Positive Affirmation audio link and my 90-day challenge to self-love ebook. I don't normally talk about this a lot. I just say you get gifts. But my 90-day challenge to self-love ebook, that will help you get through some of this talk in your mind, some of the different ways that you can achieve what you want. It doesn't matter how you get there. It doesn't matter what you call it. Get there. And while you're in there, go check out all my different icons and buttons. So you can subscribe on YouTube, follow me on social media, subscribe on my podcast. There's so many different ways. But one thing that I would like for you to do is, when you're there, check out my sponsors. Without my sponsors, there would be no show. And so this is a free show. And you may not always agree with what I say, but there might be something that might tickle your fancy. So I want to encourage you that once you become a subscriber, whether it's YouTube, podcast, or podcast, or the website, whenever there's a new show posted, it will come to you. Very easy peasy. While you're there, while you're at whenyouneedafriend.com, I ask that you check out my sponsors, because without my sponsors, there'd be no show. Figure out how you can support them the way they're supporting us. And of course, there's always, you can reach out to me at lily@whenyouneedafriend.com, and you can call me at 407-373-5959. I actually like to encourage you to save it on your phone, because we give away so many gifts. And today, if you want to call 407-373-5959 or text me your email address, I'll subscribe you. Tell me what you want to subscribe to, because sometimes we say I'll do it later and it doesn't happen. So I am here waiting for you to help you get to that next level. So before we went on the break, we talked about our goals matching our actions, and that we needed to be really seriously in tune with our limitations, with our limiting beliefs of whether our worthiness of achieving something. Yes, we may have a false, oh yeah, I can do anything kind of look, but deep, deep, deep down inside, your belief that you cannot do it, or you're afraid that you might be found a fraud, will still hold you back. So it's important to dissect these things. So I talked, before we went on the break, I talked about recognizing the words in our head. So a word is scared versus excited. Not too long ago, we took our grandchildren to go zip lining, and the word that I kept getting from my youngest, the younger granddaughter, or the female in the group, the other female in the group, was, oh, this is scary. But you know what? She corrected herself every time. She changed the way she was looking at it. She goes, no, it's exciting. I'm excited. And she went and hit every obstacle course. She did everything that she wanted to do. She knew that her self-talk could keep her from experiencing something really fun, which was going through the obstacle course and really enjoying it. And so she made a commitment that she was going to be excited. It wasn't about the feelings. It was about the commitment. And the words she was using helped her. So you can use, if you don't want to use the word excited about a presentation, oh, I'm so excited about this presentation, when in the back of your mind you're thinking, I might bomb. I may forget my lines. I may forget what I'm doing. How about if we say, okay, this is going to be different and new. So I will embrace whatever it is that I want to embrace. Okay, scared versus excited. Fight versus making friends. For fight, you can fight. Instead, you can create a friend. I'm not going to fight with this situation. Make the situation your friend. And if you would choose the situation that you find yourself in, how would you work with that friend to make it even better? I know that kind of sounds, maybe you need a little bit more explanation of that. You can fight the situation, or you can make the situation your friend and work with the situation within your parameters, because it could be very frustrating if you're not getting everything that you want. Again, that frustration causes you to focus away from what you want. So I want to encourage you to make it your friend. Okay. So the next word, struggle. How are you doing? Struggling versus challenge versus working with. So many working through, accepting, embracing. Those are all words. Listen to the word struggle. Say the word struggle and feel your body. But on the other side of struggle is I am working it. I am making it happen. I am working through it. I'm excited about the challenge. I'm excited that I'm learning something new. Now feel the difference in your body. I am disappointed or upset that every 5 minutes I get interrupted. I can get really upset about that, or I can say lovingly, hey, listen, I am really up against a deadline. Can we pick this up in about 5 minutes? You can get frustrated, and that negative energy that is huffing and puffing and getting upset will hurt your immune system. You can get upset about the person who cut you off in the car, or you can say, you know what? I've done that too. So many different ways that you can hack your body, hack your mind, hack whatever, allow yourself to experience what you need to experience, but don't let it get stuck in your body, because then you'll become like a hamster in a hamster wheel. You'll go nowhere. So I want to encourage you to go beyond it. Okay, so you can complain or you can accept. Where do you want the energy to go? Recognizing the committee in your head. Who are those voices in your head? What are their names? Do you have a supportive conversation in your head like, I believe in you, you can do this? Doing the pose of victory, I can do this. Let me tell you, just recently I had worked 2 years on a project, and I'm not going to lie to you, when I saw that contract with a signature on it, a little tear came to my eye, I must admit. Rejoice, celebrate those victories, keep at it, and figure out different ways to make it happen. Now, an answer is no. It might be you need to find another route. Find the other route. Be like water. I wrote an article called I Am Water. What does water do? It finds a way. It takes a little crack that's on the opposite end of your house or in your car and finds its way to that little crack that is going to hit you on the top of your head. Isn't that amazing? How water can find a way. Well, so can you, so can I, so can everybody who is listening today. We all have the answers. We just need to stop, listen, and when you're feeling a certain way, use that as your barometer and say, that's not how I want to feel. I want to feel this. Well, what do I need to do to achieve this good feeling? And do it. Do it anyway, whether you feel it or you're committed to it. Do whatever it takes. So today, are you experiencing something that you're fighting and battling? It's time. It's time to change your perspective. It's time to see, is there a new way to do it? Am I trying to reinvent the wheel, or is the wheel already at that place where we can improve upon it? So that is the topic. I want us all. I want you to listen to this show later on. So you'll have to subscribe in order to do that so that you can get it again and again and again sent to you. And so I want us to really challenge ourselves in a great way, in an exciting way, to look at whatever's happening with a new set of eyes. And we're going to continue our conversation when we return worldwide at whenyounneedafriend.com. We'll be right here waiting for you. Okay, so now we're in during the break and we're doing something different and new. And what we're doing is we are doing the shows that are live. As you know, this one is a pre-recorded show. We're doing it on Facebook Live. So I want to encourage you to tune in on Facebook Live. When there's a live show, you'll have an invitation. There'll be an invitation for you to attend the show. And during this time, I want to be able to highlight my sponsors. Part of what I've been trying to do is be able to create a new way to have sponsors be able to affordably be a part of the show. If I make the becoming a sponsor more affordable, maybe we can do more and we can create more, because this is about Awaken Worldwide. It's about an awakening that's going to start within all of us. You want to change the world? Change yourself. So I'm excited that we have Liberty Health Share, Transformations Medical Weight Loss Clinic, Keep Me Safe Organics, the pharmacy in Merritt Island, and Sunseed Co-op. You can go to whenyounneedafriend.com and check out my sponsors, please, because without them, there would be no show. So that's for show. And so when we come back from the break, and I want to, well, before we keep going, if you are interested in being a sponsor and being mentioned during the broadcast, I am so welcoming of you to call me at 407-373-5959. I've done radio for a long time, 7 years, probably new for other people, but the show is changing. The Lillian McDermott radio show is changing. And I am so grateful that you are in this journey with me. And so for those of you who are watching on Facebook, or you're watching on YouTube, or you're listening on, well, you wouldn't be listening to me on podcasts because you don't get this information on podcasts. But I want you to help me spread the word. Share this broadcast with your friends. And I'm going to say that again. I'm going to say it again later. Okay, so I see that we're ready to get started. And I see that, hold on. Okay, here we go. Welcome back to the Lillian McDermott radio show, where we always learn with one another. Today, we are talking about embracing what is. What good is it for us to embrace or fight it? I'm sorry. We want to embrace. What good is it for us to fight whatever is happening? Work with it. So I was thinking about, during the break, I was thinking, shift. It's time to shift. How do we shift? What can shift be? First of all, the S could be for success, or know that you're going to be successful. It could also be that you are safe. You're safe to be successful. What are your limiting beliefs that you might not be enough to figure this out? You are safe. You are safe. That could be the S for shift. H could be hear. Hear what other people are saying. Listen. If you are feeling, hear your body. If you are feeling anxious, depressed, if you are feeling all these words that are, or feelings that are bringing you down, it's time to hear why. Let your body speak to you. Let your body align with your brain and work with you for the greater good. The I in shift is to identify. Identify those things that are triggers in your life. And interestingly enough, the F would be friend it. Just like you do on Facebook, be a friend of it. How can you friend what is making you feel? How can you friend what is making you feel anxious? What is making you feel angry, depressed? Friend it. Yeah, I said it. Friend it. Maybe I can come up with a new quote or a new saying. Because when we are enemies of anything, we're doomed. Something's going to be hurt. And it might be your enemy, but let me tell you, what you wish onto others will come back to you. So if you wish people that they rot or they die or they, whatever it is that, I can't even say these words, then remember, it's going to come back to you. Or you could wish them love, peace, joy, and unexpected abundance. Because guess what? That too will come back to you. Friend whatever is and work with it just like your friend. Like you're working on a project and you're creating something new and different. Friend it. And then there's the T. Transform. I just created this, by the way. So it's just like, I'm just creating it off the top of my head. So transform. Transform the way you're looking. It doesn't have to be the way you think it has to be. We're doing Facebook Live. Not today, though. Not today. We're not doing Facebook Live. But you will have an invitation at facebook.com. It'll say, this show will be live. If you want to be a part of it, hit yeah, I want to be a part of it. And you'll get a reminder to listen live anywhere. It used to be that you could only listen to me in the car. But guess what? When you got home or when you got to the work, then you had to stop listening. You can just bring in your phone, listen in your ear tubes. And no one will know what you're listening to. You can finish the, you see, it doesn't have to be the way I thought it needed to be. For 7 years, it's just been radio. But then something else happened. There was podcasts, and then there was YouTube, and then there was Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all these things that I could honestly say were not my friends. But you friend them. It's part of the journey. It's part of that maturation where you say, wow, I have got to embrace new technology or it will affect my body. It will hurt my body. And my body is a terrible thing to waste. My health is a terrible thing to waste. It is the most important, most precious thing that we could ever have, more precious than gold. Our health. And our connection to our higher power, whatever you call your higher power, that connection will bring you closer to you and to your Creator. The closer you are to your Creator, the more depression will go away. The more anxiety will go away because you'll start friending your body. You'll start giving your body what it needs. The nutrients, the macronutrients, the supplements, the vitamins, the rest, the water. But something happens when you are not in alignment. It hurts your body. It's what's called stress. And I am done with that. I am creating something new. And I want to encourage you, whenever the show is live, go check out, follow me on Facebook, because when you follow me, you get my post. If you like me, you may not get my post. But follow me, and then when the show is scheduled live, you will be able to click on it and say, I want to be a part of it. So what is keeping us from what we want? Could it be that you're spending time throwing tantrums all the time, and that tantrum consumes all your energy? And a tantrum may not look like a 2-year-old tantrum. And it may not be like holding your breath. But guess what? When we are stressed, we don't breathe right. That's kind of like holding your breath. I find myself sometimes breathing and I'm like, oh my God, I need to breathe again. I need to breathe again because I'm too busy. Like my body is not breathing the right way. You breathe through your diaphragm. It's time to breathe that cleansing breath. They say that's the reason why people smoke, is because they need to inhale from their diaphragm. But pretend you're smoking, and just pretend you're smoking and inhale from your diaphragm anyway. It's a much cleaner breath and a much healthier breath for you. No judgment, just stating a fact. Okay, so part of our journey is realizing what our belief is about our journey. We may come across as we got it all figured out, but the reality is that if you look deep, 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 how many deeps did I use? Did I use enough deeps for you? Do I need to go deeper? Just when you think you've gone deep and your body goes, oh, I'm ready for the next gift and I'm ready for the next lesson, then it's time to dig deeper. With your soul shovels, dig, 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 until there's nothing but truth staring back at you. Do you need to forgive? What is keeping you from achieving? Do you need to forgive? What is keeping you from embracing what is? Do you need to forgive? Do you need to embrace? Do you need to, what is it? Do you need to see yourself for the beautiful person that you really are? Or the fraud that you're afraid that anybody else will see? Get it out there. Figure out how to friend it, how to transform. You're safe. Hear your body. Identify those beliefs that you have. Friend them. And then watch the transformation happen right before your eyes. Are you ready for that? Are you ready? And through every twist and turn, be grateful. When I was 10 years old, I learned that if you're upset because you don't have shoes, remember, the person next to you may not have feet. Be grateful. Things could be worse. And know that you are worth whatever it is, that passion within you. Whatever it is, you are worth. Don't compare yourself with others, because you are equipped with whatever it is that you need at the moment that you will need it. And just keep focusing on gaining momentum one step at a time. So please remember that if something in your life isn't quite right and you want it, focus on what you want and let go of the rest. Please remember, I'll be right here waiting for you worldwide at whenyouneedafriend.com. This is Lillian McDermott wishing you love, peace, joy, and unexpected abundance. Make it the best day ever. I hope you said that with me. Oh, yeah. And that is it. That was what I needed to get out of me today. And I am just grateful that you are a part of this journey. You know, sometimes my show, not all the time, but sometimes, I would say sometimes, I'm living it. I'm living it. I've had to make some decisions, and these decisions I have friended. I have friended these decisions, and I'm really excited to grow the show in a different direction, and I need your help. I need your help. Tell people about awakenworldwide.com, whenyouneedafriend.com, LillianMcDermott.com, whatever you know how to spell.com. Actually, I might look for that domain, but not right now. Those are 3 different ways to get to this new truth that I talk about on the show. I hope that you will join me in my journey. I hope that you will shift with me and grow with me. Please like right below. There's a little like button. Like me, share me with your friends, especially if you know someone who's depressed about something not working out the way. No, we all have trials. We all have sadness. Allow the feeling of whatever it is you need to feel, but don't let it sit there. Let it get away. Let it go away and work and find the truth and find the beauty and the gifts and the lessons. Go to my responsibility, 100% responsibility page to learn more about that. And that's it for today. And I am so excited and I look forward to our next conversation. See ya.